Cheerio. What's going on, everybody? Cool cats, what's going on? I figured you guys give you like a quick little update what's going on. Albuquerque just had some crazy stuff happening. There was a TikToker by the name of Tofia, Tophia, where her brother was murdered and her mom was shot, all because they were homeless living in a park. Apparently, there was a suspect that the park they were living in, he wrecked a vehicle and he ditched the vehicle and then he went after their vehicle. And this family's been known for living homeless in this park for a while. So he decided to hijack their vehicle, and her vehicle was pretty obvious. It had all kinds of spray paint and all kinds of stuff on it. So he hijacked the vehicle, shot the brother, shot the mother, and took off down the street and then wrecked into a Jeep. And New Mexicans are not known for their good driving whatsoever. I don't know if they're high or what's going on. So he wrecked into a Jeep, and the Jeep driver noticed that in the front passenger seat, someone was bleeding. So they freaked out, argued with the gentleman, and started yelling. And luckily, close by, there was a security guard that was armed and trained to be armed for a security complex that saw what was going on and took care of this individual, if you know what I mean. So that is pretty wild. It's a pretty wild story for someone of for a city of this size. What's going on? Like, why are we allowing so many repeat criminals out on the street? It's like, are we calling Purge America? Is this for real? Like, half the cities you see here, Albuquerque being one of them, you have some people raping people and killing people, and they're still back out on the streets. Hey, let's give them an ankle monitor. Oh yeah, they'll be back in court for months from now. Come on, these are people that have rap sheets like very, very long, but yet they're letting them out to roam in the streets. I don't know what gives. This is kind of crazy. Then we have a situation with Southwest Airlines. Ooh, been an avid customer and Southwest Airlines credit card holder. So not very good news to hear today that they're going to be itemizing for luggage. They were well known for the 2 free checked-in bags. Even 1 checked-in bag would be great. I know when I go to Florida, my husband and I tend to like either share suitcases, or if we're going on a special trip like a cruise, a theme cruise, we definitely pack our suitcases up. So that's why we always chose them to fly into Fort Lauderdale. Well, I don't know if we're going to be doing that anymore. And we decided to try Spirit Airlines about a month ago. And I know people are worried about how you're going to travel and paying the extra fees. We were only going for 2 days to see some friends play. And we learned to pack our backpacks where you roll up your stuff tightly, wear a hoodie, wear the coat over on top of that, wear my heaviest boots on the plane, put my sandals in the bag. We learned to pack very, very efficiently. And you know what? It was great. We got $50 each way on a flight. And as long as you know how to pack and know you're not going too far, I started saying that you started investigating other airlines. And people told us stories about Spirit Airlines. Oh my God, it's so bad, blah, blah, blah. You know what? We went on there. It was great. In fact, the customer service was great. You pay a little bit more for things. Sure, you didn't get free peanuts, but you can get a cheese plate. Okay, that's great. They have better snacks. And the drinks are a little bit more, but I thought they were a little better. So you might pay you might save $30 on these flights, but you also get better options. You can have a cheese plate and some wine for like $15. So it's up to you what you want to do with your money, but I have to say, shop around. It's definitely worth it. And the stock market, oof, I don't even want to talk about that right now. I checked out my stocks today. Oh, Nelly. I hope it gets better. I really do. And cryptocurrency is very interesting right now. I definitely will say that. And I hope that everyone stays safe. And we also got another problem I want to talk about that's very brief. We have measles going on in southeastern New Mexico and eastern Texas. So if you travel in those areas, be very, very careful. And, you know, a lot of us were required to get certain vaccinations when going to school, which I understand. I remember I had to get them as a child. And I remember a lot of us also going through the chicken pox. But certain things like this, where it's tried and true and it's been around for over 50 years, I think we need to take precautions. And so if you're traveling to eastern Texas or southeastern New Mexico, definitely take some precautions. Sanitize constantly. If you're touching any surfaces, be aware of your situations. And not to mention, we got bird flu going on. So if you're doing things like going to parks where there's waterfowl or birds hanging around, and if you're even going to zoos, just take a little extra precaution and be safe. It's common sense, actually, but what do I know, right? We survived so many things and we're still here. But I want to tell all of you, have a great week, and also pay attention to the blood moon lunar eclipse, which is Thursday, which is happening 12:36 Mountain Standard Time. Should be about 10:36 Eastern Time. I know we're going to have some weather coming upon us. We have this polar vortex, which is supposed to bring some weather. So I don't know if we'll even see that in New Mexico Thursday evening, because some snow and weather is supposed to be moving in, as well as some other parts of the country, like the Midwest and those areas. So anyway, peace out and stay cool.